Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to all the random useless info you want to know. It's Friday nights with
Jeff
and Joe. Episode number 16 already, huh, dude?
16, man. I can't believe we're still here.
It is.
It's 4 months.
Pretty amazing.
Right? 16, 4 weeks into a month.
That is, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever done anything for 4 months. Not consistently, I guess.
Besides going to work. I mean, for the
I
most
barely
part.
do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you punch in, at least.
I go to work. I don't do anything at work. One time.
Oh, boy. Well, another week has gone by, and we made it past our politics episode. So thank you to anyone who...
No comments, though, so
yeah.
Couldn't have offended anybody too bad.
I hope. Well,
Or
that's
nobody,
a good point.
Or nobody listened to.
Yeah. Because we opened up the door to pretty much everyone to hate us, I guess.
And my wife and I did have a couple conversations, but it was more philosophy regarding politics than actual like left and right, all that kind of stuff. So,
well, that's cool.
Which we've had in the past, so it wasn't anything too drastic, but it was just funny.
Oh, we're having this conversation again.
It's funny. I think she listens so that she catches me in some sort of lie or something really weird. Or like she's like, I learned more about you and all this, and then she'll be like, it was funny you said something at the podcast and it made me think of this, and then we talk about it or whatever.
Huh.
So
that's cool.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
so.
Miranda doesn't do that.
Nobody likes.
I don't think she listens.
Nobody likes.
Which is fine.
Yeah. So.
I do want to make a shout out, though.
Shout out.
You ready for this?
I know who you're talking to shout out.
Who are you going to
Just go. Mr. Zorn?
Our bud Mike Zorn. Man, this guy catches every single episode. And then all of a sudden he's at my desk. He's like, hey, man, I really liked what you said about that one thing on the episode. So we got to get him on. Pretty much what it is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But he lives right next to my house, so we can just do it right there. He just pop on over.
Perfect. All right, we'll figure that out.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Moving forward, yeah. We got to get Mike on.
Yeah.
He's a story guy. He's got stories
He's got stories about everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could just sit
Some
back.
we may not be able to
It's almost like
publish.
we just put the needle on the record and just let it go.
Just let it go.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Mike. Thanks for your support.
Appreciate the support.
Thanks for, I know he's always like, yep, told my wife, got to catch Friday Nights with Jeff and Joe. So... So thanks for that, Mike.
We are his excuse for not having to hang out with his wife. Smart man. Man after my own heart.
So. Oh, anything more we can do to help you out there, buddy?
Yeah, you can even come over and pretend to podcast. You just hang out at my house.
Oh, boy. So, but as promised, at least for the last 2 episodes.
The tradition here.
I do have more... news stories. So we'll see how these go. They're not as funny as what our other ones have been, or maybe they weren't funny at all. But I thought they were noteworthy. First one. Florida marathon runner gets lost, goes missing for 12 hours.
This is, folks, why I don't do marathons. You die or get lost. Something bad happens to you.
Melissa Kitchener ended up 6 to 7 miles off course with no phone. Oh, poor Melissa.
Oh, some guy's like waving her the wrong way and just like, dude, she's supposed to go the other way.
Yeah, no,
just
watch it.
Just let her go.
Wait, just watch. A woman was missing for 12 hours after she got lost while running a half marathon. It wasn't even a full marathon.
13 miles.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing because I don't run marathons, so like I totally get it.
That's 13 miles for those of you listening.
Yeah, running a half marathon in Sarasota County. Melissa Kitchener had full intentions of completing her first half marathon Sunday, but it's safe to say she pictured it ending a little bit differently. Sarah went missing for nearly 12 hours after running off the trail.
It's not funny, but it is funny.
I'm sorry.
This is why we should not be running around. Okay, that's why we have cars, GPS.
Kitchener went missing for
phones.
nearly 12 hours after running off the trail during the Trail Hog Half Marathon at the Carlton Reserve near Venice in Sarasota County, Florida. I kept thinking to myself, wow, how do people run these trails? I can't even walk them, she says. When I hit the power lines, I said, yes, I'm definitely way off course. I'm lost. But how did she manage to get lost? Kitchener said there was no marking to indicate or properly direct her. The website says you're supposed to be on Jeep trails. So when I came up, there was a Jeep trail, and I figured that was the path I needed to be on, Kirchard explained. The runner ended up 6 to 7 miles off course with no phone, and inconveniently froze up 2 minutes before the start of the race, she said.
Jeez.
It was fate.
So it's funny that she's the only one who. It's not like there was a whole pack of people who were like.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine if she was like leading the pack? And they all went up.
Everybody's like, I hate you so much.
Race director. Oh boy, I don't know.
Just leave the name
Theory, whatever.
Yeah.
Routard.
Doesn't change the story.
Roulard. Had this to say about the situation.
She is an idiot. That's a direct quote. I'm just kidding. That's not a direct quote.
No. It's the worst nightmare for a race director. I love what I do and want everyone to be half happy.
Half happy.
Yeah, half happy. Just a little happy. It's a half marathon. That was her first half marathon. That was her first trail run. She learned the hard way.
To stay with a buddy. Ask directions.
Oh my gosh! At least it wasn't like Wisconsin. Like you have
now?
you die.
She dead. She dead.
She's gone with the cold and the man.
that's
Kirchner ended up running over 16 miles before the Parks Department located her in reserve at about 7:30 p.m. You think she just kept running? She didn't stop ever to be like,
Well, it did say the trails got so bad she had to walk. So I'm sure
Yeah.
she got a little rest, and she's like, well, might as well turn around and... I mean, if you're doing a half marathon, you probably are pretty conditioned. And then at that point, you get scared, so your adrenaline starts pumping.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It is scary. But that's why you don't run around, folks, okay?
Oh my gosh! So that was the end of the story, by the way. But I'm just I thought this was all a part of it.
Okay.
It's a bonus story. Maybe I'm the only one excited about
You
it.
never know what the bonus story is about.
But get this: for proposal, man tucks engagement ring into chicken nugget.
What? How trailer trashy are you? I know something my lady like. She like the chicken nuggets.
Okay. The guy's name is
Okay.
Christian.
Christian?
Okay, yeah, it is Christian, I guess, but it's spelled completely different from how I spell it. Usually I do CH.
Yeah, but it is KR.
Yeah.
Okay, Christian.
Christian Helton proposed to Carson
other-
Long on Valentine's Day. He didn't put the ring in a velvet box. Instead, he tucked the ring into a McDonald's chicken McNugget box
Velvet box.
with a
Sounds
note
dirty.
that asked, "Will you McMarry?"
Oh, no. Okay, all right. I'm a man who likes his McDonald's every once in a while. Not going to lie about it. Never in my wildest dreams would I ever get engaged at a McDonald's and then make some terrible pun about getting McMarried.
So, okay, here's the interesting thing. This is just the beginning of the story, unfortunately. So
It's worse.
well, no, I mean it kind of cuts off, unfortunately.
Oh, so these are like little teaser things
Yeah.
that make you want to click on it. But unfortunately, Joe's reading it off of a piece of paper that he printed off of, so
Yeah.
we can't necessarily click it. But you know what, Joe? I think that headline gives us enough information that we don't necessarily need to read the rest.
Yeah. Pearl, the rescued goat, is in love with a UPS man. Yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. Pearl, the
No
rescued
way.
goat, is in love. ... with the UPS man. Sometimes we find love in the most unexpected places. Pearl's a goat with a lot of heart, and it seems all of it belongs to a UPS man. The Gentle Barn in Tennessee, a home for rescued animals that have been abused, said Pearl will stop whatever she's doing anytime she hears the telltale sounds of the UPS truck pulling up. She will wait right outside his truck for him and sometimes even get impatient and climb in. The organization wrote on Facebook this week, "He always brings peanut butter treats for her and gives her lots of love while he's there." Stephanie from the Gentle Barn told Inside Edition Wednesday that the 18-year-old goat can roam freely throughout the 12-acre facility and always gets into some kind of trouble.
Jesus.
She's even been known to slip into the kitchen and steal some greens. I wonder what kind of greens they're stealing.
Smoky J's.
Yeah. But there's nothing she seems to love more than the UPS man, and the feeling is mutual. The Gentle Barn wrote on Facebook, and in quotations, the UPS man loves Pearl too. And he has told us that no matter what kind of day he is having, when he sees Pearl run to greet him, everything is better. Sometimes we find love in the most unexpected places. Gentle Barn says one way to ensure Pearl continues to see the love of her life is by sending supplies via the organization's Amazon wish list.
That's funny.
So there you go.
Hey, have you seen that where I saw this? I think it was on Reddit. I'm not sure exactly because I go on Reddit every once in a while.
Okay.
But they had it where if you were having a tough time in life, you could go on there and say, hey, so-and-so, my daughter or whatever, we're not doing well. And then you post your Amazon wish list up on there, and people could buy them, and then it would send it to your house. So,
Well, that's pretty
I
neat.
mean, granted, the idea is super cool because you can, buy kids gifts who wouldn't normally get it. And, you go to every church, and they have, like, a giving tree, and you pull
Yeah,
something off.
yeah.
But I think it was kind of cool that it was on Amazon now. I kind of don't like that it could be really anybody.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff they were wanting was, like, really cheap stuff or, like, clothes, like winter jackets and
Sure.
stuff like that. So it was like, all right, if this person really needs something.
Well,
I
that's
thought it
just-
was just kind of cool how, like, you could do that and remain anonymous and don't, buy this thing for somebody without kind of leaving your house. So at least,
Not only
you
that,
don't
but
have
the
to go out.
interesting thing is, as a giver, like let's say you give to any type of
Yeah. United
donation
Way or
center.
whatever. Yeah.
you don't know where it goes.
Correct.
But at least now
Yeah.
you know where your stuff
Now,
is going to.
hopefully, and it came out. This sounds bad, but it came out of a Shopkins thing because I was looking up some Shopkins things for my daughter, and it came
As you do.
as you do. So I should say sorry. So I bought a whole bunch of these little Shopkin jars. We've talked about Shopkins before.
Yeah,
right?
wasn't that your Valentine's Day present?
Yeah,
or
and
what?
so my daughter, and she flipped out like
Oh, my
royally.
God.
And she now every day she's like, maybe you go buy me like one thing of Shopkins. Actually, and then she starts counting on her hand. She's
no.
like, you go buy me 10 Shopkins and you hide them around like you did last time.
Oh,
It'd be
no.
so much fun. And that's all she talks about. So I do have a whole bunch
She's gonna
more.
remember that for the rest of her life.
I
that,
do have a
right?
whole bunch more Shopkins.
The day my dad
I know.
completed
The
my
worst
life.
part is I just started throwing them around. So the next day they find one more, and then the next day they find another one because I just throw them everywhere. I didn't even remember where they were. And she's like, Dad, I found another one. I was like, where was that? Oh, it was so
every
funny.
time she doesn't find one now, she's gonna be
Well,
disappointed.
yeah, and so it's funny though. She wants to keep all the Shopkins, put them back in the jars, and they have me hide them all over again.
yeah.
So I've got a whole bunch of Shopkins left over. I'm gonna probably do it again, but it was just now. That's all she talks about is she wants to hide them now. It's her big thing. The problem is that she had a bunch of them and we can't find them. So I'm sure they're somewhere in the house. but
Yeah,
it's
she
just one
hid
of those
them well.
things. So, but yeah, that's my Shopkins story for the day. We should put that in the random finance with Jeff Joe, random information and Shopkins.
Yeah. I mean, Shopkins are going to be in the Hall of Fame, basically, for what Jeff likes
Yeah.
to talk about.
As all the money I've spent on them dumb things.
Oh, boy.
All right,
well,
next story.
Here's an interesting one. Relieved family writes scathing obituary for evil father.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
This is not funny at all. This is terrible.
Well, it was under weird news, so we'll see
Here
what
we go.
we'll see what it says.
You're in this with us here, folks.
The obituary of a 75-year-old Galveston, Texas man who died of cancer last month is getting a lot of attention for his brutal description of the deceased. Okay, I'm sorry. Its brutal description. Leslie Ray Popeye Charpling lived 29 years longer than expected and much longer than he deserved. Begins
you're
the
reading-
obituary.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Wow.
Which states that Charping's children were relieved at his death. It got much more attention that the volume of people trying to read it apparently crashed the local funeral home's website. News station KHOU posted a screenshot of the full obit, and the documented sharing site Scribd, I think. Leslie's hobbies include being abusive to his family.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. Expecting trips to heaven for the beloved family, pets, and fishing. Can
you read off his last name? Read off his last name. So
his last name is CHARPING. Charping.
Okay, so charping.
Oh, expediting trips to heaven for the beloved family, pets, and fish.
So he killed them. He killed them.
Which he was less skilled than the previous method, the obituary reads. Leslie's life served no other obvious purpose. He did not contribute to society, oh my gosh, or serve his community, and he possessed no redeeming qualities besides quick-witted, sick sarcasm, which was amusing during his sober days. Wow.
Ouch.
Well, the Houston Chronicle notes that over the course of his life, he pleaded guilty to 2 assaults, including one innocent incident in which he poured hot liquid on his wife.
Jesus.
He subsequently violated her restraining order against him by calling a relative and threatening to, dispose of her.
Jesus.
The derived refers to charping as both evil and a horse's ass.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, and concludes by saying that no services will be held.
Oh, no.
Holy smacks.
But yet they put it on the website,
Yeah.
the funeral home website.
With Leslie's passing, he will be missed only for what he never did, being a loving husband, father, and good friend. No services will be held. There will be no prayers for the eternal peace and no apologies to the family he tortured. Holy smacks. Leslie's remains will be cremated and kept in the barn until Ray, the family donkey's wood shavings, ran out. Leslie's passing proves that evil does in fact die and hopefully marks a time of healing and safety for all.
Must have been pretty bad.
Wow.
Like, it sounds like there's real hurt there.
The author who says that Charping was her father.
I was going to ask who wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sent a statement about the obituary to ABC 13. The station did not reveal her identity, but published a full statement. In it, she says that her father hated a liar and would have appreciated the honesty. Wow.
Whatever makes
Of
you feel
what
better,
she wrote.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
She also said she felt it would have been offensive to portray him as
Nice.
dishonestly.
Yeah.
Although I appreciate everyone's concern, it would have been much more appreciated at any time during my childhood, she said.
Oh, no.
For those being cruel, please remember that you now resemble my father, and I would be more than happy to pen your obituary as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let this be a telling tale of looking at yourself in the mirror and wondering what good you did in the world today.
Yes.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I was out of
I've never heard that.
Galveston, Texas.
I have heard of the stories of
Wow.
people maybe giving a eulogy or an obituary of like a drug addict or someone who committed suicide and just, kind of bluntly but eloquently says, like, hey, this was not right, and so
But they went through some tough times.
right,
and,
but
yeah.
I have not heard of anybody just straight up.
I think she got big balls. That's what I'll say.
Well,
It's
not only
pretty
that,
cool.
but I mean, she says she's got a good point there, where it's like,
No.
he-
It must have been pretty
I'm not
bad.
lying.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yes, so those of you out there that are bad people, when you die, you will get yours in the form of a mean obituary. So
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Cop responds to 911 fight call, ends up in epic dance-off.
A little lighthearted after that last one.
I was like, okay, this guy can move. This cop in Ontario, Canada, has some serious arresting dance moves. Wow. Jared Tsai showed off his slick steps after the fight. He was called out to police in downtown Oshawa on Sunday night during turned out to be a group of University of Ontario Institute of Technology students shooting a music video.
Oh, that's funny. Only in Canada.
I hope.
Only in
Yeah, no
Canada.
kidding. It was anywhere in the States that everybody would have been shot. And, like, oh boy.
I shoot a video. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I saw 8 people gathered around one person, so I could see how a member of the public thought it was a fight. Sai, a constable with the Durham Regional Police Service, said in a statement. So basically, he's a Mountie.
Mountie.
But when I got closer, I could see he was breakdancing in the middle, and there was someone filming it. With the camera still rolling, Sai freestyle battled one of the dancers, 23-year-old Mahadi Tarfai. Wow. You can check this video out, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, really? There's a video. That's
there's
cool.
a video. There's a video.
Video.
I was like, okay, this guy can move, the kid told ABC News. He finished, and I was going to leave. He finished and was going to leave, and I said, no, man, it's not that easy. And I asked him to do another dance with me. Vivid Media Company, a Toronto-based design company, was recording the student's video for an upcoming dance competition when Sai danced his way into the shot. The company shared the footage of an impromptu dance-off on Facebook on Thursday and since gathered over 1 million views.
Viral video.
While Sai's moves have wowed people online, he's no stranger to boogie woogie downtime. According to the police statement,
That's awesome.
He was a member of the Durham College dance troupe and once opened a show for rapper Rick Ross.
That's cool.
There you go.
Rick Ross.
There you go.
All right.
As you do.
So watch the video. Joe, hopefully, will post that to our Facebook.
Yeah, I got to find that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Last but not least, Joey the indoor pet squirrel guards home against burglary.
Jesus.
Joey, my man. My man.
Animal stories don't do it for me. I'm not curmudgeon against them.
Good, I'm glad.
Just saying.
Because we're going to talk about
So
that
wow
later.
me. That's what I'm trying to say. Wow me.
Oh, I'm reading this for the first time, bruh.
I can tell.
So this happened in Morandian, Idaho. A pet squirrel named Joey prevented a burglary attempt in Idaho last week by scratching the teen suspect. He tried to break into a gun safe, says police.
Wow.
The unidentified teenager told police that the squirrel's attack scared him. Obviously.
I would too. What the heck?
Because he wasn't expecting to have, a squirrel come flying out of nowhere at him, said Officer Ashley Turner of the police department in Morandian,
Idaho.
A Boise suburb. So basically, he said he took what he could and left as fast as he could. Well, atta boy. The squirrel's owner, Adam Pearl, wow, got another Pearl here. Adam Pearl said Joey has lived in the house for about 6 months after he was found in a flower garden by a friend's daughter when he was about a week old. Oh, that's kind of cute. He said Joey's eyes were still closed, and they set an alarm to feed him every 2 hours.
Oh, jeez.
His temperament is kind of like a cat, Pearl said. When he wants attention, he'll run up to you and climb up your leg. Joey eats nuts and greens and spinach. Spinach is his favorite. He buries some nuts in the houseplants inside Pearl's house and uses a litter box. He trained himself, Pearl said. There you go, if you want a squirrel.
Jeez.
Joey's reward for his vigilance were Whoppers. The squirrel's favorite candy.
I was say
thinking
like
the
a burger. I was like, damn.
Pearl
eat-
had planned to release Joey into his backyard in the spring, but now, I don't know, he said. I'm kind of torn. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's all the random, useless info, news
Jesus.
stories you want to know.
All right.
So what do you think, Jeff?
I think those are good stories. I think the squirrel though, raccoon, chipmunk, whatever.
Squirrel?
Joey
Joey
would
the
scare
squirrel.
the shit out of me if
Well,
I was
yeah,
in there and
can you imagine?
something
I'm
just
sure
started
kids-
clawing
I'm
at your
gonna- yeah.
face. Nobody's home. I got this.
Yeah.
No dogs, no cats.
Squirrel on your face.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Well, we are going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to come back with some more random, useless info.